Good time zones, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of The City in Yellow. With my beautiful investigators today. Unfortunately, due to real life, Mike is not gonna be able to follow this season, which is a good thing since we killed off his character anyway. And some Lovecraftian entity decided to have a storm near where Chelsea lives, so she won't be attending today either. But fear not, we still have quite a core group of investigators with us today. Let's have a round of introductions for those who do not know them, starting with Will.
Hey everybody, I'm Will and I play Herbert Percival Cunningham, Squadron Leader retired, 32nd Squadron Royal Flying Corps, DFC, DSO and BAR.
Fantastic. Kit.
I'm playing Bridget Braun, and she's been sent from City Hall. And she has some bustle in case you don't want to answer her questions.
She does. Then Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt, and I'm playing Matthias von Lamberg, Austrian former soldier.
And finally, Nicole.
Hello, I'm Nicole. I'm playing Odie Frey. She is somehow embroiled in this mystery, not willing to stop.
Curious little minx.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, let's have a little catch up on what happened so far. Our group of people has been hired by Charles Bongens, the manager for urbanization in Strasbourg, to investigate out some incidents along the way of the Great Breakthrough, a great project in Strasbourg to make the city better, basically. Lots of incidents have occurred, some benign, some deadly, but the sheer amount of them made that very odd. They started to look around, ask questions, talk to a lot of people, and started to accumulate some proof and some weird events. People quitting, but they did not write their resignation letter. Some people just disappearing overnight, some people getting sick by the dozens. Until such a time where they actually found a group of people that were locked in a room, like walled in inside a room being constructed with a canister of gas that eventually led to their demise. Within their pockets, they managed to find documents as to their identities, a telegram apparently sent by one Charles Bongens, and a notebook showing a weird symbol and some leads that these people seem to have been following. Asking around, it seems that they have been doing basically what you are doing right now. However, upon seeing the death and mysticism of all of that, Ezekiel started to lose his mind. And on today's morning, which is on the morning of the 9th, you are being called to let you know that Ezekiel has been taken to the Stephansfeld Asylum. Janet is making sure that he's being taken care of, that everything is good and that he's being treated well, and wishes you the best of luck with the rest of the investigation, hoping that you get some answers out of what is happening. But nevertheless, with a little bit of a shorter roster today, the day starts for you. And it starts as you gather, as you are used to now, at Percy's location, trying to already discuss what you're going to do during the day, even though the mind and the mood is not really at it, considering what happened to your friend. You are being greeted by your help, Percy. He comes up from the reception with a telegram addressed to you. Let me show you said telegram.
Is this Maurice giving it to him?
Maurice is giving it to you indeed.
Percy will take it. Thanks awfully, old chap.
You're very welcome, sir. The telegram says urgent. Stop. Have you read this morning's newspaper? Stop. Come see me as soon as possible. Stop. Signed, Charles Bongens.
Maurice, one more thing. Would you care awfully to get me the newspaper?
That can be done, sir. Please wait for a second. He goes away for a few moments and comes back with apparently the last newspaper, because everybody has been grabbing it. Something very interesting apparently happened in the city suddenly. And you find the following. An explosive discovery. The janitor from the building on 9 of the Rue de l'Église had quite a surprise when she accompanied a worker urgently dispatched to deal with a water leak that was causing damage to the downstairs apartments. The person renting apartment number 3 on the first floor, origin of the leak, was absent. She took it upon herself to open the door to the worker to allow him to find the leak and repair it in order to restore water pressure in the building. After leading the worker to the bathroom where the leak was, she wanted to make sure that the water did not damage any other room. Entering the bedroom, she was horrified to find a great quantity of explosives. Their origin and usage remains a mystery. The police has instantly been handled the case and is actively searching for the renter for questioning. We will of course keep our faithful reader posted of any further development in this explosive case. Journalist is Edmond Montpeur.
Is that
that's
where
the
we
same
went to
guy.
look for one
Yeah,
of the architects?
It is not. 9 Rue de l'Église is
Okay.
actually a place you have not been yet.
But
Oh, thank goodness.
that journalist's name sounds familiar. I think. we
Yes,
read
he also wrote the article about some of the buildings that were weirdly not on the path of the Great Breakthrough.
Did he write the article about us?
He did actually.
Auto arrest.
Okay. Yeah.
He's like this celebrity in
Yeah.
celebrity all things considered in
Yeah.
a newspaper. But yes, he did.
Well, shit.
Could be worse.
At breakfast, Percy will make sure everyone's caught up on the news. I feel
Okay.
this may change our plans somewhat today, but I do believe we still need to speak to Charles.
Yes.
Yes, I think we've learned a lot, and maybe he might have more to say once we point out that there were people who came before us that he failed to
very-
mention.
Very interested
think-
to see his
knows.
opinion on what we know about our predecessors
Mhm.
He needs to
Mm.
answer
and why
for
that was kept
Because
from
those people
us.
died. Those people died, and we've lost our own in this interrogation and we need to find out more. He's hiding something, for sure.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing he probably didn't want to scare us off. I mean, but it seems like a lot of people just disappeared. I don't know if he realized I don't think he knew they were dead, but he definitely knew that they suddenly stopped communicating with him. But, I mean, if I was him, I would have guessed they did the same thing the architects did. They just pissed off and went somewhere else. I don't think well, we'll find out. Maybe he does
Yeah,
suspect
but-
foul play and he is hiding that.
If they had checked in with him at all, like we're doing, there's
Yeah.
information that he could have given us that we wouldn't have to retrace steps.
Also, that note that we found about the asylum.
in
Should
the
we check
journal.
that out? Yeah, in the journal. Should we check that out at some point? Go there and maybe there's other people who something similar to what had happened to Ezekiel. Maybe
Well,
there,
yeah,
or
there.
maybe
Maybe she could check it out while she's there.
that's a good point. We could. I wonder if they have I wonder if we can get a telegram to her there. That's kind of isolated, but I bet someone could run down a message to her,
Mhm.
have her investigate. It's worth checking out. Maybe she might recognize some names, some of the people who went missing. Maybe there's a architect or two who found their way there. It's
Well,
worth,
I
it's possible.
I don't know about you, but I think I would feel a little safer if I had something on me that could protect me. should things happen. So, maybe we can swing by and pick
Percy
up.
will very casually just open his jacket and show his shoulder holster with a loaded revolver in it.
Bridget, it's one of these, but it's an actual muscle.
Yeah. Well, okay,
Might be even
so
more dangerous.
I might need something. You all
Well,
clearly are,
what-
set, but
What were you thinking? I mean, there's multiple ways to
know.
defend oneself. Something
a
he's
small
trying to think of.
pistol.
Oh, okay. He's trying to think of a polite way of asking if she wants to stab somebody or shoot somebody when things get bad.
No, I think I'd
Probably
rather be.
doesn't account for these situations in modern times. It's so sad.
I think I'd rather be further away and.
Well, have something. I might have something at home that we could use. Or did you want something? Did you want to go shopping? Can we buy pistols in Strasbourg in 1920?
I mean,
I do not know.
it would be technically possible given you had the right connections, which Janet has.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say.
I'm afraid all of you four are too above board to actually have those dark.
Well,
you know.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, I would have, before I would have had access to guns,
Oh,
being how I was raised, and I probably would keep more than just the small pistol I keep with me.
That is very
I
true,
might-
though. Yes.
I probably would
Matthias
have
and
at least
Percy, yeah,
one more.
will probably have access to
Yeah.
that. Well, Percy already
Okay.
has, because,
Yeah.
Percy has
Oh, yeah,
access to
I don't-
everything. But, yeah, it would make sense that both of you would have access to weapons. Depending on what kind of weapon you're looking for.
Well, yeah. I don't think he'd travel more than just maybe a backup pistol, just in case one of them got confiscated or busted and needed to be fixed.
Mhm.
But I don't know Percy's situation though with firearms.
British revolvers are reliable. I don't need a backup. Jab, jab, jab.
Okay.
Oh, sad.
Well, I'll take whatever's the smallest thing you got.
All right. Well, and for now, I just you just see Matthias takes off his coat and then straps his holster, which has a very small mine lighter pistol. It's a very small semi-auto pistol, like not manufactured anymore. Definitely pre-war, but very decorated. You could tell it's been engraved with a coat of arms and all that stuff. Very fancy. But he will give that to Udi and ask if everyone could bear with him while he runs back home real quick to get something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Odile,
thanks.
you happen to have the gun in your inventory now.
Oh, okay.
That
great.
gun I did. Okay, good. You covered. And I will. So if I do that, I will surprise and get probably my old service pistol from when I was actually serving, which is bigger but not more powerful. It's that one again. Very nothing like the modern weapons of today, but very reliable. But it's basically just a small revolver.
Okay, yeah. In that case, you can keep the one that you have in your equipment at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Cool.
You'd have something very similar. That way, his instincts wouldn't be thrown off too much by having a similar recoil and characteristics and all that sort of thing.
Makes sense.
Awesome. Thanks. Now let's go see Charles.
All right. So you promptly make your way towards City Hall, to the always oh so busy office of Charles Bonjans. Yes, Percy?
When we arrive, for efficiency, Percy would send Morris to the asylum to send the note to Janet
All right. Perfect.
with the instruction to do that and then come straight back.
I will do that, sir. I will come back with any response from her. As a note,
Thank you very much.
the Stephansfeld Asylum is in a city called Brumat, which is basically like 30 to 40 minutes of driving from Strasbourg. So it might take a bit of time for Maurice to come back, and so
Figured
you
as
might be on your own as far as like inner city travel goes for the time being.
I can always call a car though, so
Okay.
we'll be good. We'll be good.
You arrive at the office and see the ever so busy Philip, who is just like greeting you all. Yes, one moment. Yes, right away. He hangs up. Yes, oh, hi. What can I do for you? Oh, you had an appointment. Right. No, you did
Yes.
not. But he wanted to see you. Yeah, coming right up.
He did.
He just gets up in a huff and he just zooms away and goes to Charles' door, gently knocks and says, they are here, sir. Yes, right away. You can come in. You know the way. Hi. Okay. And he goes back to his office and just starts filing papers, ever and ever again. Within the office, you can see Charles more tired than you've ever seen him. He has a ton of paperwork on his desk. He is, for lack of a better word, hair is like very, very untidy, and he seems exhausted. Oh, finally you're here. Please sit down. So you saw the newspaper?
We did.
That's
But
getting out of hand.
we had a more pressing matter.
You did.
We also found our predecessors.
Oh,
Not-
they were still nearby.
They were
No,
not
they're very much
very
dead.
good condition.
Okay. He
Mer-
just puts his pen down and he seems to be all ears. What exactly
killed.
happened? Killed?
Somebody sealed them up in a room and opened up a gas canister from the war, left them in there.
That
Not one of the fast ones either.
okay? That's getting excessive though. Like, at first I thought they didn't give any news because they took my money and left the city and stuff like that, just like some unreliable people. But they were just not like randomly killed. This is deliberate.
Yeah.
It was on one of the work sites. We stumbled into it investigating some odd saboteur activity.
Is the police
Surprised
on
that
it?
didn't make the news.
We let the architect call it in without letting them know we were involved. We didn't want this to get back to anybody.
Oh, that's
No,
not
we didn't
gonna
want a
help.
scandal.
Yeah. I mean, we avoid a scandal, but we might not be able to avoid, further delays and stuff. I mean,
Well,
no disrespect to the dead and everything. Seriously, I said so much shit about them when they started not responding that now I feel really bad. Oh.
Can Percy bullshit check that?
Yeah, absolutely.
With a
Give me a
child.
wisdom save.
Oh, that's a good.
may we all?
You may. All right.
Yeah, Bridget's fine.
Yeah. He seems pretty straightforward. He's very much conflicted about that news, like that. He really thought that they just, blew him off and just
Took
took the
off.
money and left.
Why did you not tell us about them? If they had already done some investigating, it might have saved us some time and effort.
Well, the thing is, that might have been an oversight on my part. I'm very sorry about that. It's just that I didn't see the point in, worrying you for nothing, because I really thought that they just took off. Like, they were not... To be completely frank with you, I found them in the, registry of the, the companies here in Strasbourg to try to find some investigators, and so I didn't have any recommendation. I just used, whatever paperwork I could find to find investigators, and
You found us at a party.
I did, but like I this is the thing. I could talk to you. I knew like how you were thinking, and like I had more trust in you because I knew who you were. Them, I did not know, and I feel like a fool for being, I felt like a fool for having been had by them. Like, oh yes, here's a guy who's like paranoid about his work, and yeah, let's take his money. But turns out it's so bad.
Did they tell you anything that we have not reported to you? Any piece of information that we might have missed?
They didn't give me a single report. They went to investigate and never heard from them again.
They were investigating. They had some clues on them, but also we've uncovered that there is a conspiracy against some of these sites. Seems to be some network of saboteurs working different sites, different angles. We've got aliases, but we don't have any solid reason why they're doing it. But there's definitely groups of people acting against you, and that may not have been the first. They may be related to what happened to our predecessors and some other people who disappeared.
He slams his fist onto the desk and he's like, I knew it! I told the superintendent that there was some that there was some malicious intent here and that there was somebody against the project, and he did not believe me. I gave him all the proof he needed. He did not investigate for 5 seconds and just ruled that as, malpractice or just random accidents, and I knew it. I knew. Sorry. Do we have any idea who that group is?
We know the MO, but do we know anything? I mean, we have vague physical descriptions and first names. They know your operation well enough to sneak in and sneak out without being too noticed. But I don't know why they're doing it.
Back to Charles and just kind of like, should we tell him about guy with the birthmark?
Yeah.
Like she already blurted out Berlin, so she doesn't want to make a misstep again. But she's not in trouble. Should we tell him about the guy with the thing?
So I guess at this point we would fill in. We'll do an info dump, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Let's just lay it all out there.
The guy who went to Berlin.
The guys who went to Berlin.
We suspect guys plural, but we know for sure one.
Mm-hmm.
The bloodstains in the architect's house. The other architect's house that looked like it was empty. The guy with the birthmark. The names of the dudes which elude me. The one named guys that have been that have been on the sites that no one seems to know who they were, or they weren't listed as workers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then also the curious poisoning at the restaurant, the multiple poisoning.
Oh yeah.
Which was
deliberate. Yeah, they saw the rat poison.
The rat poison, and that's kind of the smoking gun for Percy at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So you cast exposition.
Info dumped.
Yeah.
He listens to every word you say, and at every new clue that you get him, he seems to stump even more in his chair. After a while, he just gets up and gets Philip to come in the office. Philip, you met most of the workers. Did you remember anyone with this big birthmark around the ear? No, sir, I would remember. Absolutely not. There was nobody like that I interviewed, at least. If they did, it was through, deception, probably. Okay, thanks, Philip. Thank you, sir. And goes back to work.
We never got that guy with the birthmark's name. No one knew what his name was.
I think we got a name. The first name.
Back.
Guy with birthmark. That's what I don't have. Usually I'll pop a name in there if I get it later. I don't know, forgetting. Who's the guy that did the poison?
I didn't think we got his name, but
oh, yeah. Sorry, There's a few names we were
Okay.
going through. Maybe
There
we did
was-
not.
Yeah, there was like the
Hmm.
new hire, the German muscly guy with the sideburns named Franz, who poisoned the food, and he was seen talking to the guy with the birthmark.
Birthmark.
We got Franz's name, but we didn't get the guy with the birthmark.
And then the guy with the birthmark was at another work site, I thought. That's how we first
Yeah.
got a hold of him. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
Is it the one with the water tank, right?
Yeah, I think he was. I think that was the one. Oh man.
Well, I will give the instructions to Philippe to notify all the sites to be wary of those people, whether they have these names or these physical descriptions. Hopefully we can find them before they do any more damage, such as blowing everything up. I'm
Yeah.
very worried about that. This is
I do have a question about
Yes.
where we found the previous team at that address.
Mhm.
One of them had a telegram from you urgently sending them there because of an incident.
Can I
And I'll
see
show
that?
him the telegram. Yeah.
Looks at the telegram. I didn't send this.
Oh damn.
Yeah. It was an ambush. Somebody knows, like, whoever they are, they know what's going on. They know where the workers eat. They know when places are isolated and they can sabotage things before people come in. They know the schedules. They know how to move into the work sites without drawing attention. They just knew how whoever they are, they're very well informed.
Too orchestrated.
He closes the door to his office. Okay. I'm at a loss for words. What do we do? We cannot let that continue.
We can keep investigating. I mean, there's a lot of incidents still. There's a lot of trails we could follow.
Mhm.
But they're very good about hiding their tracks. There's no guarantee we'll get any information, or I mean, hopefully at best we can slow them down. They'll have to be more careful if they know that we're onto them. But I'm not sure. Otherwise, Percy, Bridget, anyone have an idea?
So the
What we should
police
be
have
doing?
the police have been involved in this explosive device, so we probably shouldn't show our faces around there. Not for some time. That has been taken care of, Charles?
I mean, as far as I know, yes. I mean, according to the superintendent, this is unrelated to everything that is happening, but I don't believe it. Although, and he starts to just like check something in his notebook. I may know someone who can get you in. If you were to check out the explosive place, I know somebody who's still working for the police who owes me one. I can get you in without being noticed, if you so want. Because I don't believe that explosives suddenly appearing in Strasbourg is unrelated to everything that is happening. I just don't believe that.
Has any of the work sites reported any demolition equipment stolen?
No, we don't even use those kind of methods for demolishing everything. We do it by hand, especially to avoid damaging everything else in the neighborhood. This is too unstable and uncontrolled. You cannot afford to lose people like that.
I just wanted to check, just to make sure it wasn't, an earlier theft. Seems like they've been raiding construction supplies.
Yeah, no, this is not something we would be using for that kind of project.
How do you feel about checking out the explosives in the room? Or
Honestly,
should we try some? Or should we?
I trust you.
Couldn't hurt to have a wee shifty.
Yeah.
At this point, any lead we got is helpful, I guess.
At some point,
Yeah.
I would like to see number 10, Las Clébert, as the first incident. That was an idea that I had earlier that we never got around to.
Oh, yeah.
That we found the remains.
At this point, the door opens in a slam, and you see a more panicky than usual Philip. Sir, they found a body on one of the construction sites.
Oh, another one?
Rapture.
Apparently. Yeah. What do we do, sir? I don't know what to do. Calm down. We figure something out. What do you reckon we do?
Actually, where was the body found? Not to be indelicate, but where was
No,
the
of
body
course.
found, and what was the circumstance?
Well, apparently he was in rubbles in the number 1 on the 22 November Street. None of the workers recognize him as like one of them, and he was he had some like hammers and tools with him, and that's all I know. They haven't called the police yet. They asked me to just check with Mr. Bonjans first.
I think we should check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Since
that
we're
might
not
be
there yet. We should do that.
That might be a bit more pressing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Particularly if this is an unrecognized person.
Hmm.
I trust you. If at any point you want to go to the explosives apartment, just let me know and I will put you in contact with the person. And please, guys, not like let me know if you find anything. I have people breathing down my neck right now, and they're just waiting for the occasion to like just drop the blade.
Just before we jump from the frying pan into the fire,
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to let your omission of our predecessors slide, but right now I would like you to tell us if there's anything you've left out.
Yes. All cards on the table, please.
Cards on the table. Full disclosure. I honestly did not tell you about the other team because I thought that they were irrelevant. Full disclosure, I need this to work. This project is everything to me. Okay, it's for the good of Strasbourg and everything, but it's my one chance of leaving a mark in this world. I am extremely invested in this. A lot of money came from me inside the project. Of course, investors, I cannot finance everything all by myself, but this is my Beethoven's Fifth. This is my Mona Lisa. This is my Sistine Chapel. This is my chance. So, trust me when I say that I would not do anything to jeopardize this project. I understand how weird it must have been that I did not mention the other team, and I actually appreciate that you're doubting me on this, since this is literally what I hired you to do, to be suspicious. But I told you everything I know.
I rolled a
You have
wisdom save and failed, so Percy believes him.
In the
Okay.
info dump, we would have
Yes.
shown him the journal with the symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Did he recognize that at all?
Doesn't ring a bell. Is that from, like, is that like a language? Is that like a...
I mean, we found it on one of the predecessors.
Investigators, yeah.
Yeah.
maybe a company logo or something? Maybe they found who hired them? That doesn't ring a bell, to be honest.
But yeah, so you don't recognize any part of any clubs or organizations that maybe interfere in politics? You know, some underground party or some revolutionary something.
Oh no. Well, to be fair, I'm not very involved in this kind of world, so I'm not exactly aware of all the iconography.
I just want to make sure there's nobody who maybe tried to go through official channels. You know, some club that came up that objected to your project, maybe, that might have had this symbol.
Oh no. It seems very recognizable. If I saw it, I would probably remember that. I will keep an eye out just to make sure I don't see that in either a logo or a signature or anything. But I don't believe I've ever seen this. I will ask Philip just to be sure that he can go through all the papers and check that out.
Yeah, they may have
Yeah,
left
that would-
clues somewhere else before this all happened. Maybe this is definitely a group. Maybe this is their logo or call sign or whatever.
So
Possibly,
you don't
yeah.
know where the previous group investigated?
No, they didn't tell
reported.
me anything. They were supposed to go through the 22 November Street, but wherever they went, I'm not sure.
You don't know where they started. Okay.
No, I have no idea. As I said, after they left, never heard from them again.
Oh, if you got they're official investigators, did they have an office?
They did, yes.
Could you give us that address?
I cannot. Philip can. Philip?
Okay.
Tick, 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 tick. Yes, sir. Could you give them the address for the first team, please? Right away, sir. He goes back and, with unnatural speed, he comes back with this small sheet of paper with an address within Strasbourg.
Good man. Good man.
Appreciate it, sir. I gotta go. He goes back. All right.
Alright, well, we have a busy day ahead.
It seems
Yeah.
so.
Apparently, a lot of decisions.
And I feel like I have some uncomfortable call to make. Oh,
At least you are better informed about what's happening. I mean, some of this
that's
stuff,
fair.
yeah. If you have
That's-
the answers, that'll probably keep people off your back a little bit. If you don't know, they tend to freak out a little more. No?
True. Very true. Well, good luck to us all, I guess.
Good luck.
Mhm. Looks like we're going back to.
Oh, we gotta check out that accident while it's fresh. Hopefully, find a clue before it
Yeah.
disappears. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess we're outside the building now before
Yes,
Yeah.
you're currently
Yeah,
outside
so
City Hall. You
this
haven't
is
moved
very
yet.
suspicious of saying anything around Charles or Philippe in relation to the thing, so we've left the office.
All right.
Did Philip recognize the symbol before
So
we leave?
I guess Odie will call a car for us to.
So Philip did not recognize the symbol. He's going to scour through all the paperwork that he has, which is going to take time, most likely. But he's going to give it a look, or at the very least delegate to some of his interns to make sure that they can cover more ground. But he, at the moment, does not recognize the symbol now. Odile, you make sure a car arrives, and you do have a car at your disposal. It would not be able to drive you through the street of 22 November as it is piled with rubbles everywhere and the car is not made for that, but at the very least it brings you next to that street.
Yes.
Luckily for you, if you want to investigate the latest accident, it is on number 1, which is at the very beginning of that street. So yay, lucky.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we discuss
know.
on the way where we want to go after this? It seems like we have a few leads that we could follow up on.
Okay.
Or do we wanna- or do we wanna wait?
Getting this feeling like every time she says, "Let's go to number 10," something else like pulls them away. Oh, you got to go. We're hearing ghost things at number 26.
Right.
Let's go to number 10. Oh, there's a body at number 1. I don't. That's just like a gut feeling she's getting that. We need to go see the body now before the police. Definitely, for sure. But
Yes, but you want to check out. You want to get to 10 before it gets
could
too
be
cold.
nothing, but it feels like we're being distracted from it at every turn.
Well, also it's on the exact opposite end of the construction site. We could also drive
Exactly.
there and not have to walk through and get distracted by the construction.
Yeah. We'll drive around. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So where to?
But body first.
Body
The
first?
number 1 site first.
Okay. Cool.
Well,
Yes, Herbert?
if it is such a feeling you're having, maybe we should not be distracted, and we should indeed go to number 10.
Well, there's like a fresh body that we probably should check out first.
Before the
We
cops
won't
get there.
Yeah, we won't get distracted enough to not check it out. I think we should check it out absolutely after we check out this body.
I totally agree. I was just putting it out there.
Yeah, no, it's good to have our options open.
Yeah.
At least we've talked about it. Yes.
Yeah, but we are definitely going there next.
Okay.
No
sounds
ifs,
good.
ands, or buts. No distraction.
I like
Let
I like this
no,
itinerary.
you're not. I saw that glint in his eye.
I'll distract you again. I'll put another shiny in front of you to keep you away. I have a cat. I know how this works.
All right. So you arrive at number 1 of Rue du 22 Novembre, where you can see a gathering of many people. Hold on just 1 second. My fan fell, and I'm afraid that the cat is going to get caught in.
See?
Oh.
That would be bad.
Mention the cat, and there it is.
There we go. I'm back. From Ghost, probably. You see a gathering of workers who are currently trying to remove some rubbles from the site. There seems to be something sticking out of it. A hand at the moment. And currently there's like 5 workers, trying to get it free, but there's a lot of rubble.
Bridget will offer to help.
Okay.
Matthias would kind of step back, actually. He'll not want to approach too closely. He looks a little...
No,
He's not enjoying that.
She wants to get,
Okay.
if it needs manual labor, she wants to help.
Okay, sounds good. Could you give me a strength save, please?
A what?
Strength save, please.
Strength?
Yes. All right. Maybe it's the clothing. Maybe you're not exactly, dressed like you should be to do manual labor, because you look very civilian right now. But it's you don't do as much progress as you usually do. But nevertheless, you help, and the worker seems to appreciate that. And you can see more clearly now that the hand is not all by itself. It is still connected to a body. It is, however, missing a finger. Yes, Percy?
Which finger?
Where is it obvious where this rubble has come from? Like, is a wall fallen down, or
Yes.
like how is this rubble trapped this person?
What you can see is that just above him was a staircase that completely collapsed and basically tombed him in.
Are there any signs of like an explosion or fire or?
You could check it out and give me a flashlight check if you want.
Absolutely.
Well, he's doing that. I want to see if there's any papers or anything on the body, since I'm right there.
Okay, feel free to also roll a flashlight check. So what you find is that, first of all, yes, indeed. Yeah, your flashlight becomes a D4. Sorry. What you can find, digging through it and trying to find, like, is there any explosives? Is there any, tools? There are tools that seems to be consistent with the way that the staircase broke, but they are in his hand. He was breaking stuff, and maybe like a bit more that he could chew, and everything collapsed. Just to answer Odile's question earlier, by the way, his missing finger is the left hand index. And from what you can see, this is not like recent. It's not that it has been severed during the accident or something. The skin has already been, scarred on top of it. This seems like to be a very old wound. Bridget, on him, you find a leaflet.
Leaflet?
A leaflet for a nearby bar. That is just a few streets away.
That's it. No ID.
No ID from him. There is.
He doesn't look like any of the people we're looking for. The other saboteurs.
Nope, nothing whatsoever. He does not have the birthmark. He doesn't seem to be matching the description. Yeah.
I mean, he could have been. That could have been part of his job, was to knock this stuff down too. They are doing construction here.
Mm-hmm.
What? I guess what state of the renovation is this building in? Was it like in the demolition phase, or was it being?
No, it was already being rebuilt.
Oh, then yeah. Good call, Percy. Good call.
You can. I would say that since you also like succeeded on your and you were just looking around, you can find something odd. First of all, what you see is in the nearby street, a guy, which is to be, stumbling around. He's not walking, he's just literally stumbling. He seems drunk out of his ass. Judging by his appearance, he's homeless. And he's watching the construction site very intently, like trying to try to figure out what is happening there. Secondly,
how far away is he?
Oh, he's not far away at all. He's like 10 meters away. 15 perhaps.
Just off site, barely?
Yeah, just offside. Barely on the other side of the street, just looking in, because he seems to have seen like people gathering. And he's like, okay, that seems interesting.
He might be a local, seen some other stuff. He's living around here.
Should we talk to
I
him real
wonder
quick?
Excuse me, you sir. Could I have your assistance for a moment?
You have my what?
Terribly sorry, it's my British accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could. Did you see what happened here?
I did not see shit. I heard stuff, but I didn't see anything. I was sorry. And he starts to retch on the side. Comes back to.
Oh no.
As I was saying, no. Why? What?
What? Could you explain what you heard?
Oh, what's in it for me?
He's already got his billfold out, just sort of fiddling with some francs.
Mister is it's good to talk to a professional. He just like hands his hand,
sir.
very like trying to like keep his hand straight, but he's like struggling, so he's like watching it intently to make sure that it doesn't shake, and expect like a few bucks. Could you roll me a wealth check, please? Okay. Well, here's the thing. So here's the thing. Few days ago, I was just looking for some sustenance, like food and drink and shit, and
you obviously found the drink.
I did. Not that day, but I did. And just like a bit further down the street, I saw a guy, and he was just smashing a crate like with a hammer, and he was making so much noise I could not just like search in peace. I would just. It's hard to find alcohol on the street when you get distracted like that. That's not cool. So yeah, I got a little bit worried because he had a big hammer. I thought he was gonna use it on my head. So I just.
What does this man look like? Did he have any distinguishing features?
Well, no, I'm not one to judge or anything, but he looked like an alcoholic. Let me tell you, he looked very much, like
you're like up against the wall.
you know those people, you can see them right away when they're like drinking too much. That's the kind of guy. Also, he was like missing a finger or something. He was very odd. He was very like, like either like.
Was it his index finger? He'll point to the same finger that the hand that I wear.
Yeah, I think it was this one. Yeah.
Come with me, dear boy. Come.
Okay.
What the fuck? Take him over. Was that the man? And point at the body.
I mean, there's still like some stones on his face, but that looks like it. Oh my god, that's disgusting. I just ate, man. That's disgusting.
Sorry.
You also just threw up, so it's really.
We thought you'd be
that's
okay.
Fair. That's actually fair. Yeah. I mean, that's his finger. That seems about right. Yeah.
Looks like him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks like him.
Where was he stashing up a crate?
I don't know. That's the thing. He was not smashing just the crate, man. He was smashing like, even the things inside. I heard some stuff break. He was
destroying what's in it as well.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
where? On the street?
Where was he?
Yeah, he was at where was it? 34. I don't know. How does street
Not
work?
here.
A bit further, just a bit
Street
further
work.
from here, but yeah, like he was smashing the crates and like there was like I don't think there was tools in it. He was this more like stone brick or
Supplies.
something. Yeah,
He's smashing
supplies.
construction supplies.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Matthias,
This is
how much do you have in wisdom again? I think that you have the highest wisdom in the group.
I have hold on. I have 14.
Okay. You felt this sort of change in his attitude the moment he saw the body. There was disgust for sure, but there was also this sort of hint of relief.
I'll tap Percy on the shoulder real quick and just quickly try to say through my very bad accent. I think this guy's actually kind of relieved that this man's dead. Is that not weird? Just whispering it in his ear real quick, just trying to be as discreet as possible, and then I'll back off.
Percy murmurs back. So you saw him smashing the crate this a few days ago?
Yeah.
When did you hear what this collapse? You mentioned you heard. You didn't see this happen. You heard it.
No, the collapse, I heard it like not yesterday, the day before, like the night of like between Saturday and Sunday. Yes, I remember because on Sundays there's usually like all the people going to restaurant, and this is usually when I have the most food, and so this is the day. This was between Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
Just gonna look at the calendar real quick.
Right? Like what number?
I'll
Bridget would have
just
taken
do-
the leaflet, just so you know.
Yeah.
She would have taken it.
I would make quick chit chat with this guy, just asking, does he live on the street or does he just come to visit, kind of thing, to look for stuff.
Yes, Odile? Oh, we lost Odile for a sec. Yes,
Yeah, there we
Odile?
are.
Oh, I just wanted to know what did you say about what the number he said that he had
34.
seen him around number? What was it?
He saw him around
It's 34.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Matthias, can you roll me a smoke check, please?
You got it.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I kinda know that guy, and he's I'm gonna say aggressive. He's very aggressive with people, and I'm not exactly like, well, I was kind of afraid that he would like beat me up if I told you everything about him, but looks like he's not. So,
Oh.
yeah.
No.
Did you see him
quite
hang out with
safe
anyone
from it.
else? Yeah.
Not
Did he hang out
really.
with anyone else?
No, usually he was like by himself. His name is Vincent. He's like,
Thank you, Vincent.
he's the local
Mean guy.
drunk. Yeah, mean guy, local drunk. Everybody knows him because of that.
Mm,
The
And
guy with the finger missing is Vincent?
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's called
Ah.
Vincent. And
And what's your name, sir? I'm Percy.
nice to meet you,
Matthias.
My name's Chris. Matty what? Matthias. Okay.
Matthias.
Yeah, my name's
Austrian.
Chris. And I know all there is to know about Strasbourg. If you need a guide, I make very, very affordable rates.
Bet you
Good to
can
hear.
tell us where the best bars are.
Oh yeah. I'm like, the thing is, we homeless people don't see us. Well, they kinda see us, but they don't care about it. So I hear things. Yep.
Bridget, may I have the leaflet that you found, please?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you know about this place?
Well, that's Leswathy, the thirsty one. Yeah, that's the. Yeah, Leswathy. It's not that far. I don't.
Odd name.
Oh well, not that odd. It's like the thirsty one where you get some drinks there, so that makes sense. I think it's actually a smart, marketing move. But anyway,
this sounds odd to my Austrian ears. The phrasing.
Oh yeah. Oh,
it's my second language, so.
Oh, you're Austrian. Oh shit. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, kein Problem.
We're just gonna take the leaflet and turn it over. Take a pencil, draw the symbol. Have you seen anything that looks like this?
Something like looks like this. Hold on. He looks at it and he's like struggling to put focus into the drawing.
Yeah.
No, no, that doesn't ring a bell. I thought that the guys near the river had that, but no, that's not it.
Guys near the river?
Oh yeah, there's like a bunch of fuckers who almost every fucking night they dump a bunch of earth, like earth into the Ile. The Ile is the river going through Strasbourg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I thought it's just like the thing that they didn't have time to dump during the day or something.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's not them. That's not this. No, I haven't seen that, man. I'm very, very sorry.
Quite right.
Although, looking at the symbol, Percy, you have this little flash. You saw, like those weird lines that you saw on the drawings. You saw something close to that not that long ago. A few minutes ago, you saw something like that, and you start to, frantically look through the rubbles that you moved just a few moments before. And you find one that has a weird engraving within it. After looking for a bit more, you find another piece that seems to be from the same broken stone that has the rest of it. And what you can see is this.
Oh, that's not alarming. Well, that's a thing.
That's definitely relevant.
Do you still need me, because I have some things to purchase?
No, you've been most helpful, dear boy, and he'll
Money well
peel
spent.
off.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know. Is 5 francs a lot?
It is.
He's rich, he doesn't
Well,
know.
for him, yeah, it is.
Yeah, you can probably get some decent booze with that.
Everybody has the greatest of days. I'm gonna go. He just goes.
Be safe.
towards the street.
Hang in there, Chris.
I'm always, he says while he's like almost tripping, I'm always safe, don't worry. I mean, if I cut myself, I'm pretty sure it's going to disinfect automatically.
Oh, just one more thing,
yeah.
chap, before you go.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard rumors of any curses on the street?
A curse? Oh, that's the superstitious workers who say that. Yeah, no, that's bullshit. I mean, they say that because they want to have an explanation of why everything is fucking up. But it's just that they're dumb, I think. Yeah, I think they're just doing a bad job and they want to blame it on something, so they use a curse. The curse. Come on, man. It's 1920. Nobody believes in curses anymore. Fuck's sake. Get out of here.
Does anyone else want to abandon the investigation and just go to the bar with Chris?
I mean, a little. He's very colorful. I enjoy the local
Because
color.
I do.
Yeah.
I sure do.
Yeah, that would be a distraction, Percy. We promised Bridget no distractions.
I knew that would come back to get us.
That's why Chris is here to distract you.
Yes.
When we see Chris again, we gotta take him, give him a couple rounds before we break off again.
Is there a foreman that's sort of in charge of this, or an architect in charge on the site? Is there a person who's leading this discovery?
There is, yes. You can find him pretty easily. There is currently. He's not exactly the. Can I say the one in charge? He's just like the de facto person in charge right now, since all the architects quit and stuff. Hello. Yes.
Do you have any idea what happened here? How this accident occurred?
Well, that's a good question. From what I can see, apparently the stairs collapsed, and that guy was under it. I have no idea what he was doing under it, and I have no idea why anybody would be under it, since we're supposed to have a security guard. But something just like.
Is this man one of your workers?
This person, like the body? No.
Yeah.
Oh no, never seen that person.
Your security guard is missing.
What was that?
Your security guard is missing. He's not where he's supposed to be.
Where's the security guard who was supposed to be watching the site?
Oh, that's Pierre. He's like, he has been sick. He fell sick on like a few days ago. More than that actually. Like, it was 31st or something that he fell sick. Oh yeah, and he's still down to this day. It's like he hasn't come back to his post yet, and I mean, yeah.
I wonder if it was a little worse.
You didn't think to employ another security guard?
Well, that's the thing. We don't really have the latitude to hire new people. This is more decided at the upper echelons.
Can you make a request?
Oh, I have. Trust me, I have.
No. Maybe make a request again now. I think they might be more receptive. Obviously, after in lieu of what happens.
What happened?
Kind of like.
Oh yeah, well, there's a dead body.
After the horse runs out at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Like he's. Yeah. I will definitely do that, because I was still hoping that this guy would still come back to work. More evidently than not, he's not going to. I have no idea what is happening with him. He was supposed to be just, food poisoning or something, but he seems to be way down.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Maybe he has an old war injury.
Oh, or a little, elbow injury, if you know what I mean. Yeah. He is, Pierre is known to be a little bit heavy on the bottle, if you catch my drift. Yes,
it helps pass the night, I'm told.
And what is your name, good sir?
Oh yes, sorry. I'm Francois.
Matthias.
Nice to meet you. Any way you could help? I don't know. I mean, if you want to...
I looked at everyone, like, kind of giving the should I tell him look to everyone to see if they give me a nod or a no. We'll definitely investigate, and tell you if we find anything. I'm sure. If it just happened, obviously, but we'll look into it.
If you happen to go there, and he takes a piece of paper and starts to scribble something, he gives you an address, the 3 Rue Brûlée, Burn Street. This is the address of that lazy ass. So, if at some point you stumble in that neighborhood, feel free to go see Pierre. Pierre Desbeaux. He's the security guard in charge.
Okay.
He used to be.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sort of whispered to Matthias, I think we're done here.
You just see me nod. Like, well, we will definitely, if we go near there, we will definitely see what's going on with killed Pierre here. See if he maybe... see what happened. We'll just say that. and start to
Can
head
you
off.
repeat the address really quick, please?
3 Rue Brûlée, which is 3 Burnt Street.
Burnt.
Like literally translated, this is Burnt Street, but if you want to see where the Rue Brûlée is, I can actually take you to the map of Strasbourg, because I'm a very good DM.
The map of
Yes.
number 10 Kleber, Lionel.
Yes, I can do that as well. I can do that as well. So,
Smoke and mirrors, smoke and mirrors.
shit, she knows. So, at this map, if you look at the Street of 22 November, this is where the everything is happening. The 10 Place Kléber is right there at the very end of the Street of 22 November.
Mm-hmm.
The 10 Place Kléber is actually the corner building, which also makes it the 43B of the 22 November.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And for the other street, I will let you look for it because I don't know exactly where it is at the moment. But you know what? I will tell you that right away because that street still exists. Okay.
There. Not exactly brulee, but you know, we're in the
Stop
neighborhood.
judging me.
Wait, Strasbourg's a real place? What?
I know it's super shocking. Yeah, it's not that far. Rue Brûlée, I had it.
Race, I'm looking.
So are we? Just
Yeah, God.
are we
gotcha.
jumping in the car and going to the
Yes,
site 10?
With
it is
Ooh,
right
close.
here.
Oh man.
I will actually put you a marker if you want, just so you keep track of it. This is a location marker. I will save it and put it at the right place. Where is it? I lost the street. No, got it. Here it is. Voila.
Oh, near the hotel.
Oh.
Near the Hotel de Ville. Yeah, it's like just next to City Hall.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Mhm.
All right.
Hey, you know what's on the way there? Site 10.
You know, the real
Yes.
deal is that he's distracting us with number 10. He's just playing the long game by making me really want to go there.
just
All right.
paranoid, what?
Hashtag not paranoid. I've played with him before. I know his strengths.
Phrasing. I think
So
if
Yeah.
we're going to 10 Place Kléber, we should just take a sightseeing walk down 22 November Street. And we should just casually walk the whole way and see what might pop out at us.
Phrasing.
So you
Okay.
want more distractions?
So you want to
Maybe,
take-
or maybe just a general vibe. I mean, who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
we might spot a certain birthmarked individual moving on site. They seem to be working separately.
Smashed crate, remnants, or something.
Some sort of
That's true.
clue.
Or now we're
Like
looking
maybe,
for a symbol.
yeah, there could be some other brick around here looking very familiar to us. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Yeah. All
Percy
right.
would have given the broken stone to Bridget to put in the satchel that she has because he's not putting it in his suit pocket.
yeah, no.
With all the bottles. Yeah, let's put it in there. That's such a I'm sure-
That sounds like a you problem there.
right?
Hey,
I'll-
hey, Bridget.
I'll figure
You
it
know, like one of those in your hand, and you will literally hit like stone. Wrap your fist around that thing and
Oh
put
wait,
it
how
in somebody.
big are those stones though? I mean,
Oh, that's a good
were
question.
those stones really big, or
Was it more
were
like
they
a brick, or was it
small?
more
I
like
mean,
a
I kind of
This-
figured they were about fist size.
Yeah.
Slightly bigger. I would say around yay wide.
Ooh.
If you put them together, it seems to be a piece of one singular stone.
Yeah.
and it seems,
Yeah.
like a very large brick, which makes it kind of heavy. Just as a note for your satchel containing,
Okay.
glass vials.
That even further cements.
Well, you could throw it in the car.
I like what you did.
Yeah.
Cements his decision to give it to the strongest person in the party.
We
Makes
could
all
just
the
put it in the car for now.
Yeah, and we could throw it
Back.
in the car before we walk, back. Yeah.
I would suggest
I'll have
opening
the
the
car
door
meet us
before
on the
throwing it
side.
in the car.
I don't think Bridget would want to put it. No. She would keep it.
You don't want to touch it?
She's strong.
She would hold
No,
it.
Okay.
She doesn't want to She doesn't want to leave it out of their sight.
Sight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maurice.
Gotcha.
If Maurice was there to keep an eye on it, okay. But like some random driver, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
So
walk.
you walk through the street
Yeah.
and keep a keen eye.
Yeah.
Everybody who wants to do so can roll me a flashlight check.
I will
If-
as soon as
if
I
you
can find
can.
my character sheet.
That helps.
That's only 10
Boy.
tabs down.
Okay, you're good. Good deal. Unfortunately, your
Success.
flashlight becomes a D4.
God damn.
Oh,
I'm
no.
exhausted.
No, Bridget, you had a success. You're
Oh,
good.
Oh,
You
it
had
says
success.
reduce.
No, it was ordeal.
it
no,
always
the,
says
the
that.
button, the
Oh,
button is always
okay.
there
Alright.
so to help
Yeah.
you already reduce it for you. But you had a success, so you are good. Okay. Keeping an eye out as you walk through, you do not see that symbol anywhere. You do see Chris with a brand new purchased bottle of wine and sipping it with delight. You see an amount of workers currently trying to either avoid working or be extremely careful while working. Overall, the whole street feels glum, if it makes sense. There is this mood, this like weight upon everybody's shoulder at the moment. But nothing
Is there
really.
anyone?
Yeah.
Is Percy would be keeping an eye out for anyone who seems to be paying the group more attention than they should or following them.
Okay. You don't see anyone that seems to keep an eye on people. The only thing that you would see, the only one that kind of like sticks out to you as different, not a person. There's nobody that seems to be matching that description, but as a place, the only construction site that seems a little bit different is number 11, where you see that apparently part of it has burnt. Compared to other
Recently?
sites where stuff have broken. No, this doesn't
Yeah.
seem recent, but you can definitely see some, load-bearing pieces of wood that are being used either for the scaffolding or the house itself. You still see very heavy burn marks on some of the pieces of wood. Except from that, nothing really sticks out. And you arrive, yeah.
Bar Le Soifé, is it on this street or is it on a different street?
La Soifé, let me tell you right away. No, La Soifé is a little bit further down, like further close to the 1st November. On the 22 November. So you're
Is
kind
it
of
on
going.
the street?
No. It's in one of the parallel streets. So you're
Okay.
kind of walking away from it right now.
On a cross street, okay.
Yes.
Don't get distracted, Bridget.
Nevertheless,
Yeah.
Just gonna do my notes.
you do manage to reach without any more DM interruption the number 43B / 10 Place Kléber, where you can see the Place Kléber in front of you, which is beautiful. There's this big square with a statue of Kléber actually on it, and it's beautiful. And it's a huge difference from the whole street that is completely in a huge state of disarray to this one who is bustling with life and people walking. You can see tons of people getting to the nearby markets, getting some fruits and everything. It's a very change of mood once you reach the Place Kléber. Arriving
And-
there, yes? No, go on.
Is this site it's not a construction site anymore. It's complete, or
It's somewhat complete. It's still sort of like closed off to the public because there's still some work being done. But this seems to be one of the buildings that is the most complete from what you've seen so far. So there's very little workers still there at this point. Which would make sense considering this was the first incident, so they had more time to recover than the other sites. So it doesn't strike you as odd. Getting there, what would you like to do?
This is one that had some stairs collapse, which is sort of
The first floor, the entire first floor, literally collapsed.
reminiscent of what we just saw. So I would want to look at the stairs and see if we'd see the symbol anywhere.
Or would there also be any sign of like where they threw away, where they threw away the broken construction from the accident, or would they have cleared it by now?
They have cleared it
A
now.
long time ago.
Yeah. Everything.
Sometimes you're in a hurry.
Yeah.
I've seen sites hang on to broken stuff way too long.
Amen to that.
So just for clarity, it says that it was a set of 4 steps, not the whole floor.
Oh, sorry, I
That's
checked the
somewhere else.
spreadsheet. Maybe I read the wrong. Oh, I did. You're right. 4 steps in the recent staircase. I misread my spreadsheet.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Because I was confused as well.
Yeah, I thought it was just stairs. So yeah, it feels similar to.
Yeah, what just
So
happened?
have these stairs been repaired? Like, obviously, it sounds
Oh,
like
yeah.
they possibly have.
Yeah, from what you can see, they're even doing the most, like the last minute details, as painting the facade, making sure to clean the windows and everything. This seems to be very well underway. And the stairs, well, I hope for them, but they seem stable. And rebuilt.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just picturing some of us running up and trying to see if we can find a weak spot.
Send Bridget up them.
Having her hop, like bunny hop up each stairs.
Odie will happily, slide down the rail. Just testing for safety. So yeah,
we're behind her, just like.
Looking around, sounds like there's not much to see here that would pique our interest. I don't know.
Visually, no. You haven't talked to the workers specifically, but from what you can see, this is close to not be a construction site anymore. Which also lets you probably gather that it's probably going to be harder to find physical proof that there has been some problem here now that everything has been taken out.
But there's still construction workers around. People we could talk to who might have been here a while.
Absolutely, yes.
We could try and talk to some people, see if we can see if anyone remembers anything.
Yeah.
That would be
Or
nice.
if the injured workers are still here, I guess.
Okay.
Might have recovered since then, yeah.
Who would like to lead the discussion?
I guess.
Talk all at once.
Not a good talker, you guys.
Let me rephrase that. I'm gonna need a smoke check from whoever is going to lead the charge.
All right, smoke check. It shall be.
I'm going to do one too because I might interject at some points.
Okay, Matthias, that takes a lot out of you. You have talked a lot these days, and this is taking its toll on you right now. You get to the construction workers. That seem to be What was that, Percy?
I got a success. I was just going to say Percy's good to go.
So, you get to the construction workers who seem to be, for lack of a better description, cleaner than the ones you've seen so far. They're dealing mostly with last minute details and everything, and they seem somewhat more chill. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry that the site is closed to the public.
No. We work with the city. And I'll look at Bridget.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Yes.
We were asking about we were checking about some of the incidents in other sites. We were gonna ask you about, or ask anyone here about the accident with the stairs last month.
It's completely fixed. Don't worry. You can report to Mr. Bunches that everything is going according to schedule now. Everything is fixed.
That is excellent to hear. No, we found out some information, and we were hoping to see if this was related. Actually, did you have
sorry.
Did you have anybody who was around here who was there when that happened nearby?
Well, yes. Some of my guys. I mean, I've been here since the beginning of that site actually. Okay. What would you like to know exactly?
Odd question. Did you have any workers that you? Yes. Any newer workers that day that maybe workers that only showed up for that one time? It's just a standard question, and then it's a little odd.
Standard question.
Oh, well.
For us, it is.
To be fair, that's already quite odd. But no, I don't. I know my team. I know each of them, and there hasn't been any addition to the site since the very first incident. Even then, I don't believe I saw anyone new. No, that doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, excellent. Good. Yeah, good.
That is good.
Yeah. What can you tell me about what happened with those steps? What was going on with that?
I was in charge of those steps, so let me tell you, this feels personal to me. Of
course.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what led them to collapse, but I can tell you this is not a matter of them not being built right. This has been done correctly with all the latest techniques and everything. I have worked personally on those stairs. I can attest that these have been correctly built and should not have collapsed. That I can tell you right away.
Wisdom check just to see how straightforward he's being?
Absolutely. Wisdom save, absolutely. Give me that.
Wisdom save, so.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oof.
Okay. Hard to say. He seems convinced.
He does seem very convincing. All right. I asked him obviously it's not the craftsmanship, but what about the materials? Were they giving you the proper materials? Everything was good. You believed in everything you were using.
Oh yes, absolutely. The tools themselves were top notch, brand new. They didn't give us some second-hand tools, so I was quite happy about that. Not all constructions work that way.
Yeah.
The materials, all the plaster and all the stones and everything were completely up to code as far as I could tell. So there's no real reason why that should have happened.
Could you
Go ahead.
Explain to me, and Percy's looking at the stairs and sort of pointing at it. Could you explain to me the point of failure?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When they did collapse.
So it happened on this escalier en colimaçon, which is the stairs that go like circle up.
Yeah.
Basically, the failure was around the first floor. One of the sort of, pieces of, I don't know how familiar you are with construction, but basically the piece of stone that is supposed to make sure that all the stairs are stable at each and every floor. One of them seemed to have been weaker for some reason, which led the stairs to have too much weight on them because there was like 3 more floors on top of that. It pressed down, collapsed onto the lower floors, and basically, dominoed their way to the bottom.
Was the stone maybe cracked open or damaged in some way, or was it just weak?
Could have been. I don't think it was weak. We use like very sturdy stones to make sure that, we use very hard and very solid stones for the foundation already, so to make sure that the whole building is, holding on. And within the stairs, these are, parts that are usually more fragile, so we use very, very sturdy stones. So I don't think it was weak per se. If it collapsed, it probably means that it was cracked. Yes, Bridget?
Bridget is going to hand the leaflet with the drawing to Percy. Let him do the talking, but give him the drawing.
Thank you, dear. What sort of force would it take to crack a stone like that? If, suppose, someone wanted to crack it.
I don't think it's a matter of force, as in weight upon it. I think it's a matter of impact.
Like a construction hammer, maybe.
Yeah, that could. I mean, it would have taken a little bit of time and probably a little bit of knowledge about construction to know which part supports the most weight and where to hit. But yeah, definitely. The fact that everything else seems to be so solid leads me to think that probably if something cracks, somebody hit on it with probably a construction. They're not that high, like. At every floor, basically the ceiling is basically 2 meters, 2 meters 50 up, so it's very easily reachable with a construction hammer. Absolutely, they would have been extremely dangerous for whoever would have, cracked it, because they're still under 3 floors of stairs.
They could have collapsed on them. Yeah.
That would be extremely dumb, but yes, it could have.
Percy will sort of give Matthias a sort of wink, like could have fallen on them. Yeah. So it's, and I've just lost the question that I was going to ask. Damn it.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. Supposing someone did this, do you think they might have done it would they have needed sufficient sort of time to sabotage a staircase like this, if supposing they wanted to?
Assuming somebody did that, I mean, if they knew exactly where they wanted to hit, I think within an hour or two, they could have done enough damage to have everything collapse. But we would have heard it if it was during the day.
Yes, that's okay.
It collapsed in the morning, yes, or early in the day?
This is far ago, but I believe it was early morning. Yes, indeed. The construction workers just came back in the morning, started to work on the upstairs floors, and everything collapsed.
And Matthias will just kind of look at everybody. And
and your name, sir?
No problem. My name is Jerome.
Well, Jerome. Yeah.
You're welcome to look around if you want. Everything is pretty stable right now.
I have a couple more questions, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me.
The workers that were injured, did they return to work?
Oh yes, they did. I mean, well, at least the injured one, yes, they did.
Did others not?
No, there was like a few, but that was way before the accident. Like some workers stopped showing up for work after a while, but that was months ago. So I don't think this is relevant to your case.
Are these workers still here? May we speak to them? The two that were injured specifically?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There was him over there and that guy.
Awesome.
Well, he's going to the basement, so maybe wait until he comes back. But yeah.
Okay, we'll wait. In the meantime, does this symbol mean anything to you? Have you seen it before?
Mm-hmm. He looks at it and starts to, try to. No, that doesn't. Can't say that rings a bell. Should I have known this?
No, I'm just curious. As it's a symbol that is recurring around the place. We think it may be relevant. And I'm just interested to see those who know about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm afraid I haven't seen that. But if I see it, I will probably make sure to report it to the architect. Yes, Bridget?
Does the stone that this staircase is made from look like the stone that she, like the brick that she has? Is it similar materials?
Similar. This one is, well, judging by the size of it, kind of looks at it and try to examine it. Judging by the size of it, I don't think this is made for staircases. This is usually more foundations or, like load-bearing pillars for the apartment building.
Yeah.
Okay, and there was a note in the book about foundation. Is there anywhere we can see the foundation of this?
Like
building?
from the basement, maybe?
Yeah. Like somebody just went in the basement, so I'm like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can definitely, definitely try to go there. I mean, right now the site is almost done, so feel free to walk around. I mean, your City Hall's employees after all, so you can attest that my team is doing some good work, so that's going to be helpful for me too.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we make every notation. So people, this is a lot of adversity. We want to make sure that they know who's working hard and who's not. And this is obviously in very good shape. So we just want to check, just so we can say we've looked at the foundation, the walls, the place there's an incident, and assure them that you guys have no problem here.
Yeah, perfect.
Right. Should we head to the basement?
Yeah.
Percy's going to stay above ground for reasons.
Okay, no problem.
Matthias definitely nodded that, like he understands a little, like after what happened at the other place.
Okay. So those going into the basement, you see a few workers, going in and out of it. They don't seem to go super deep into it. They're just doing some, adjusting some doors or just like finishing some painting inside. What exactly do you do?
Looking for the guy that was pointed out to us that came down here.
Mm-hmm. You see this very sturdy man, like probably mid-30s. He has absolutely no hair. Like, he's completely bald. And he's just looking at all of you like, hello? Hi?
Is his name Lionel?
It is not. I would have said that he was extremely handsome if it was.
With a very fine beard. Yes, I would have recognized.
Indeed.
Super tall.
Sweaty.
No, this one is not
Aren't
that
we
tall.
all?
He's just extremely like sturdy. Oh yes. Who are you guys?
Hi. Yeah, we're here with City Hall, looking at the incident that happened.
Just doing a follow-up on accidents in the construction sites, and
cool.
we just
Will I get some?
You were injured in.
I did. I did not even get my compensation yet. Can you take care of that? Hey.
What's your name?
Eventually,
Hey.
I
That?
is that a hint or?
Nah, worth a try. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, I actually kind of get that. That's not what we do, I'm afraid. If we would definitely follow up on that. We were mostly just trying to make sure no new accidents happen in some of the other sites. So we're looking at some of the older incidents and trying to make sure that things don't repeat themselves other places. There's some places that are still early. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still limping.
So what can you tell us? Yeah, what can you tell us about the accident?
Not that much, to be honest. I just came to work, started to go up, and I don't know what happened. Like, everything's, like, for a second, everything seems to freeze in place, and next thing I know, I'm just downstairs with some freaking brick on my knee, and everything is broken up above me, and I don't know what the hell happened. It happened very, very fast.
I imagine, did you hear the stone crack quickly, or was it just so fast you didn't even get to hear any noise?
I did hear some cracks. I cannot. Well, it's been a few months already.
No, I understand.
I mean, I guess it cracked. I mean, it would make sense, right? Like, if the thing collapsed, something must have cracked, right?
Or something else. I don't know. You were there. If you heard something different, it'd be important. Just like I said, we don't know Actually, if we could foresee what happens with accidents and make them less likely to occur. So anything you could tell us, any weird detail might be helpful. Something we can investigate at other sites.
Did it look like he was doing anything down here?
He was painting. He was painting.
Okay.
Well, there was nothing really weird. I remember there was like this that morning because it seemed that there was like lots of how do you call it, footsteps everywhere, and I remembered I cleaned it the day before, and I was pissed at whoever just walked there and just
stomped all over,
fucked up everything I did. But no, I mean that happens a lot, to be honest. Like people have no respect anymore. But no, like nothing really stands out. It was just crack, fall, ouch. I don't know what to say. I'm very sorry.
No. You just say what you happened. I mean, we only need the truth so that we can stop this happening in other sites. So anything you can add is valuable to all the other workers out there.
Yeah, I feel like the ones who didn't come back actually had a good idea sometimes.
People didn't come back? What can you tell me about them?
Oh, there's just well, that's I don't know.
That was a while ago. I know.
That was way ago. Like the site actually started just like few weeks before, perhaps, or something. But I know that there was some sort of collapse at some point, like the old cave, the old basement that was with that building, completely collapsed. And
which building?
The one that we tore down to do this one instead. And like 3 guys started to like not come anymore. I remember one of them because this guy was a super fun guy to play cards with. Lucien. He's like very well known. Yeah, Lucien is very well known, with the workers community. He's sort of like our collective dad, if you will. He's been around the block. He knows everything about everything. It was very, very fun. But like after that accident, he was a little bit, absent. Maybe it's like maybe he thought he died, and life flashed before his eyes, and he changed from that. I don't know. But he didn't come back.
Can you tell us what he looks like?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he gives you a very quick description. He also indicates you that he has been relocated. He now lives in the Garden City in Stockfeld.
Oh, okay. What about the other 2? You said there was 3. Do you know the other ones at all?
No, these ones I didn't know. I just know of them. I just don't know them.
Yeah. Did one of them have a weird birthmark around here? I'm just curious.
No, again, I didn't met them. I
never met them even. Oh yeah, I thought you maybe just saw them once. But,
No, I heard of it actually. I was hired after they left because they were lacking some people.
I understand.
Oh, sorry for the confusion, but yeah.
No. Okay. Well, we're gonna look around and have your mind. We're gonna look ahead.
I just wanted to get your name, sir. Sorry.
Oh yes. Sorry, I'm Bastien.
Oh.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, above ground, Percy, what are you doing?
Yeah. Just sort of looking around. Probably would have stepped out onto the street.
Mm-hmm.
Just observing, standing there, both hands on his cane, maybe smoking a cigarette, looking around for anything unusual. Same sort of vibe as when they walk down the street. He's very much seeing if he's being paid attention to or can see anyone who stands out. High alert for birthmarks.
I'm not gonna have you roll for this because you already checked for this a little bit earlier, but nobody seems to match the description. However, you see somebody walking towards you right now, very intently towards you. Sort of like zigzagging and red-faced. Chris is definitely coming back to you right now. Oh, so you're here now. You're everywhere.
Hello, my old China.
Hey, how you doing?
Just dandy, sir. Just dandy.
Where are your friends?
They're currently in a meeting.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's cool.
I don't personally like going underground.
You're telling me. Everything you need is above ground. Why would you need that to go under? That makes no sense. You know? No sense.
I agree. How are you, sir?
I'm doing just... How did you say dandy? Yeah, dandy. I'm doing just fine. I'm turning a bit dry right now, but I will make sure to use your money to good use and make sure that I don't stay dry because it's summer and we have to stay hydrated, right?
As I always say, money is just a commodity that can be converted into fun.
I understand none of that, man, but that's okay because you were smiling, so you seem fun. He's looking at the building. He's like, looking nice, right? Starting to look better, right?
Quite marvelous. This street will be wonderful when it is complete.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the first ones where they started like really working on it. You know, like day and night they were working at that thing.
I did have one question for you, actually. Now that
Yes.
you're back, it's just that won't be necessary. I won't hit you.
That's it.
Yes, humor. Yes. You mentioned men dumping earth into the river of the evenings.
Yeah.
You recall telling me that?
What about them?
I just wondered if you'd ever so kindly tell me exactly where that location is.
Oh, they were all along the street. Depending on the day, they were like here or they were further, but they were like all along the thing. Plus, you know, the hill is not that far from here, so they didn't have to walk that long.
Did it strike you as odd that they were doing so in the evenings?
I mean, what struck me as odd is dumping earth into the river. That felt weird because that's not where earth goes. It's supposed to be water. But nah, that's just... I mean, I don't know enough about constructions, you know, like...
No, that's quite alright.
There's like a lot of things that is happening there that I don't understand. The way they're like building or the way they're bringing tools and like the time they're working, it makes not a lot of sense. And even here at some point, like, you know, they usually bring those tools in like these big crates and stuff. One day I swear I saw a guy, he brought them in a flag.
In a flag?
I shit you not. The flag was like rolled up like a little bundle and he had the tools in it. I assume it was tools.
Did you recognize the flag?
I think it was like the German one, but that felt weird, you know, because like, well, we're not German anymore, so I don't know. Maybe you didn't know yet. I mean, not everybody keeps up to date with the news, you know.
Yes.
But
Yes,
yeah.
It's quite fortuitous we got rid of those pesky Germans.
But
did you serve in the war?
No. They came to like recruit me and stuff like that, but let's just say that they were not comfortable with giving me a rifle.
No,
I don't know why. I'm a super good shot.
Rifles are not for everybody, I can assure you.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, this is. Would you like a cigarette?
You know what? I would.
Percy will give him a cigarette and light one for himself, and then kindly light his.
He starts to puff on it with the uncomfortableness of somebody who has never smoked a day in his life. He lets out a huge cough as like, oh my god, you rich people are weird. I'm sorry, this is not for me. I will stick to liquid instead of gas. Yeah.
That is quite alright. You could have politely declined. I would not have taken offense.
Well, how do I know if I don't like it if I don't try it? Right?
That is quite good
Yeah,
attitude.
you see?
Now you know. Back to this German flag.
Yeah.
What did the man look like who was carrying it?
Oh, he seemed grumpy. Yeah.
Grumpy.
Yeah, well, to be fair, if you work in the middle of the night, you're entitled to be working. To be grumpy. You know what I mean? He was...
middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah. Maybe...
These are all in the night.
Maybe he was afraid of, like, people seeing the flag, you know? Maybe that's the only flag he had, and he was afraid that people would see it, and so he came by night. Oh, that makes all the sense. Yeah. Well, anywho, no, he was grumpy, and he had muscles. Like, his arm was as wide as my neck.
Mm-hmm.
And Percy's gonna ask for, like, the best description he can actually give of the whole guy.
The description he gives you with extremely uncomfortable words seems to match a guy somewhat muscular with sideburns.
Uh-huh. Bronze. Pump you up.
He tells you that he's small, however, he's not that tall, but he's very muscular and seemed to carry himself as in like somebody who has, a purpose. It makes sense.
Did you see where he went with this flag? Did you follow him?
Well, no, I'm not gonna follow stuff in there. Didn't you hear there's accidents on this shit? But no, I saw him. He went inside one of the buildings, and this one, the one that your friends went in, and after a while, I guess he got out because I didn't stick around to find out. But I assume he's not there anymore.
Well,
That was like months ago.
Do you remember the day?
Oh, shoot. It's long ago. I don't even know what day we are, man. I know that he was... hold up. He was not super hot yet. So I'm guessing it was before August. No, hold up. I'm saying it wrong. I'm wrong. No, it was not August yet because I remember there was like a big rain at some point in August and it didn't rain yet. So it was either at the end of July or beginning of August. Things like that.
Interesting.
This incident happened on August 2nd.
Second. Yeah. Wow. That is very interesting. Thank you for
very interesting.
coming to speak with me again.
Don't worry about it. If you happen to, find some more of those like bills that you have in your pocket, feel free to send them my way.
If you happen to find some.
He's gonna peel off 2 francs and give it to him just because he likes the guy.
He takes them and almost like a magician, they just disappear in his hand. He's like, well, that calls for a meal because I'm hungry as fuck. I'm gonna go. It helps soaking up the drink so I can drink more.
You have a pleasant day and do enjoy your meals.
Right back at you. Ciao. And he just walks down the street. If walking can be a way to describe what he's doing.
He's struggling with the slope on the pavement.
By that time, all three, in case you didn't have anything more to do in the basement, you...
I wanted to look
one
at
thing.
the foundation and see if we could find the symbol.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's the main reason I went down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can roll me a flashlight check if you want.
Oh,
Do I do
no.
this to myself?
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Like, alrighty.
You're asking for it?
I know.
Yes, success,
Okay,
success. You're
okay.
good. You're still doing good. Takes you a while to find it, but in a very unlikely angle, in one of the load-bearing pillars at the main floor of the building, you can see that symbol just engraved in it. Very high, close to the ceiling, but it is there.
Okay, don't take this the wrong way. Bridget's gonna take a rubbing.
It is very high.
Well, I mean,
though.
do you want us to leave the room while you do that?
All right. In that case, so you take some time to rub one out.
Yes, I do.
You do have a reproduction of the symbol into a piece of paper. You're welcome to do with that what you please. Yes, Matthias, what was that?
Oh, I was gonna say when she's done, I will offer her a cigarette.
All right.
Good job, Bridget. Good job.
What about you, Adil?
Could come in handy. I'm just like, I can't. She's just trying to figure out what is going on with this symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should bring this to Percy. He's probably left up there waiting, wondering what the heck we're doing down here. And
Yeah, for sure.
I think he would he'd like to see what we've actually uncovered a couple interesting things.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll go back upstairs.
After debriefing everything, near the Place Kléber, you do see a familiar car coming along. It is Maurice coming back with the latest information. Sir, the information has been given to Miss Ray. At the moment, there is no improvement on Mr. Smith's condition. She is keeping a close eye on him, but at the moment she doesn't seem to feel like something can be done for him, unfortunately. He's within the capable hands of the doctors at the asylum, and she plans on coming back soon-ish. I took the liberty to stop by the hotel in case you left something there. There was actually a telegram addressed to you, waiting for you at the hotel.
Ah, splendid.
And he hands you the following telegram. So for the viewers, very urgent stop. Meet ASAP at number 26 of Street of 22 November to investigate grave accident that just happened that caused multiple workers' death. Already waiting there, stop. Hope to find a lead there, stop. Please hurry, stop. Signed, Charles Bungens. Yes?
We should find a phone and call the office and see if he actually sent this telegram.
Yep.
Are you guys actually there yet?
Well,
Yeah, we
can't-
just we just called you
did we
in,
come up?
and then Maurice showed up.
Yeah, you came out, debriefed, and
Oh,
that's
that's right.
when Maurice arrived.
So yeah, we've been up a
Keeping
little
track
while.
of
Yeah.
Who knows what?
Yeah.
This looks just like the other telegram.
Yeah, like the one that the other group had. Oh, that was a good call, Odie. About
Yeah. The
we
exact
wanna-
same wording.
yeah,
It's the
this
exact
seems
same place.
Mm-hmm.
very suspicious.
I
Great.
think-
Yeah.
I think Bridget's right. Let's call
Um,
the city.
Are we in public, or are we kind of off to the side of the building where not a lot of people can see us?
Right now, assume that you're in the middle of the street, but if you want to go to some place a little bit more quiet, you have plenty of perpendicular streets.
Let's get in the car.
All right, that sounds good.
Take a wee drive.
As soon as we get in the car and we're a little more less publicly seen, I will kind of pull out my pistol a little bit and just check to make sure fully loaded, everything's, all the action on it is good, and then since I don't have a holster anymore, I'm just sticking it in my jacket pocket. Because I don't have a holster for that. Then I gave that to Odie.
Sorry.
No. I mean, I do have a holster for it, but it's my officer's one, and I'm not walking around with that thing on my hip everywhere we go. So I gotta make do. Besides, I always wear suits, so it's fine. It's just there's a deep pocket there. Fine.
Okay.
I'm thinking this is a trap. Does anyone else have any doubt of that?
Oh,
No,
absolutely.
that's why we need to call just to 2 seconds, make a call, verify. But I think it's a trap.
Bridget.
Yeah, but we also probably should go by ourselves. If they're looking and they see us come with a bunch of people, they might bail on us.
No, I'm not talking. I just want to check and make sure.
Okay.
I think what Bridget is trying to say is he's said that he's already there.
Yeah, if he's not
Already waiting there. So if we call him and he is at City Hall, it is confirmed that this is a trap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Is there any obvious place for us to find a phone?
There would be the post office.
Yeah. Post office.
Let's do the post office and then we'll head down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I think we may very well be being watched. So perhaps one of us should make the call and the rest stay in the car.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Or maybe two of us.
I don't like us separating if someone is watching. It should be a pair going and pair staying.
I can take care of myself. I'm happy to go to the phone.
I'll take a walk with you.
Okay.
Just to stretch the leg out, and you could tell because he always limps a little bit when we walk too long. But not bad. But yeah, no, let's do that real quick. You guys are going to be here when we come back, or someplace else?
We may circle the block and see.
Good call. Be on the move anyway, just in case. Who knows? I don't know. I don't like sitting in an idle car too long. Maybe it's just the war talking. Anyway, and he just heads out.
Okay. So who is calling City Hall? What's the plan?
Bridget.
Okay.
Oh, you want to call?
No, I'm going with you to call. But
yeah. No, I
mean, you have the badge, so I better respect the authority.
Me and Philip have the connection.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what was the name of the guy? Was it Bastion who was asking us about workers' comp?
Yeah.
Yep. So Bridget's gonna call.
Okay. The phone rings. The operator connects you quite fast. City Hall. Yes, Philip Ladd talking.
It's Bridget. We're doing some investigation here. I don't need to talk to him, but is Charles in the office right now?
Yes, he's just having a meeting right now with some investors. Should I leave a message? It shouldn't take long. He's probably going to take another hour or two.
This is just a little side information that some of the people that were injured on the sites have not gotten their workers' comp, and I just wanted to, see if we could.
Yes.
There was a gentleman named Bastion. If we could, I'm getting southern. If we could take care of that.
Oh, well, the paperwork has been filed. I took care of it myself.
Okay.
It's just that since all the funding has been... but the funding
Okay.
has been... So it's not that I didn't do my job. It's just that we do not have money right now to compensate them. But it has been taken care of, and I'm making sure to take care of it as soon as possible. I will relay that to Mr. Bontes.
I wanted to... Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to keep investigating.
Mention the telegram.
You heard a sense of panic in his voice, by the way, when you started to... Yeah?
I thought we didn't want to alert them. She's going to say too.
Well, no. We don't want to alert other people. If he didn't actually send a telegram, then he should know that there's something going on. And besides, he can't do it by there's nothing they can do about it now if we go, but they should know at least in case something goes bad for us or they get something misinformation about what happened.
Okay, so if
I'm
you
more
could
of a
leave
covering our
message-
ass.
Yeah, you can leave a message for Charles that I don't know if Philippe knows about the telegram, that the same sort of telegram that we mentioned to him earlier. Bridget's
I
stupid.
know,
She's
I
gonna do
know.
it.
I know.
Okay.
I would just mention
same
that we're
sort,
not.
yeah.
I was trying to say not that much, just that we are answering a telegram to meet at someplace, not who we're doing that for, but that we are going someplace to follow
You
that up
let the
with.
dumb girl get on the phone, so we're gonna have fun with it. So
I'm just saying
tell
for
Charles
clarification's
we
sake.
got a similar telegram to the one that we spoke to him about today,
Okay. Okay.
and we're following up on it.
Okay. Well, whatever feels right to you. You're the investigator,
Okay.
so I will. Yeah. I will tell that to Charles as soon as he's out of his meeting.
Okay,
Okay. Have a good day.
is that all? She's gonna ask what you asked.
That's probably more than I was hoping.
I wasn't
but,
gonna say anything, but okay.
Well, whether
Well, I
it's
mean,
all
you
or
can-
not, he already hang up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like, you could give them some information, just not all information.
I didn't. I just said a telegram.
But you implied from. Never mind. We should get there. We should get back quickly so that
Yep.
no one else can react fast enough to do anything about it.
All right.
That's
we'll wait
the
for
hope
car to
anyway.
come back around.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Car's outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you speak to Charles?
Yes.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we
Okay,
spoke to the
Philippe.
office. His office. He's in a meeting right now for the next hour. Charles is not Philippe.
So trap,
It-
for sure. The trap.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't actually speak to Charles. You went
No.
to call Charles and you spoke to Philippe. Percy
Yes.
gets out of
He
the
said he
car.
was busy.
Percy gets out of the car and goes to make a call.
Okay. Who do you call?
Philippe, I would like to speak to Charles, please. It is Herbert Cunningham.
Oh, yes, I already had your colleague on the phone. I took notes of the message to relay to Charles as soon as he gets out of the...
Yes, no, this is urgent. I need to speak to him right now.
But he's with investors. He's like trying to like...
He will want to take this call.
Okay, just give me 1 second. We wait for a small moment. Yeah, I'll connect you.
Thank you, Philip.
Charles speaking.
Hi, Charles. It is Herbert Cunningham.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to hear your voice.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is under control. Thank you. That'll be all. Sorry for interrupting your meeting.
Sure thing, Mr. Mayor. I will make sure to let them know.
Mr. Mayor?
He's covering his
Yes,
tracks.
absolutely.
Like,
I-
he's
Pretending you're-
Oh,
I completely
Because
understand,
the
and,
meeting got
and
interrupted.
I really
see,
appreciate your trust.
Herbert would have got that. Will
Yeah.
is a little bit
Yeah.
slow because yeah.
Very early.
Ask crack of dawn.
Yes. I will. Thank you for taking my call. I will fill you in on the details and why this was so urgent. When we know more.
With pleasure. It was no interruption at all. Have a very nice day, Mr. Mayor.
And you too, Charles. Clunk.
Hangs up.
Back to.
Yeah.
Percy is hustling. Is.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he gets in, like, did you talk to him? Does he know?
I spoke to Charles. Confirmed that he is in the office and he is in a meeting. With investors. So yes, we are very much looking at a trap.
How do we want to do this? I mean, do we all go in together? Do a couple of us go ahead and a couple of us stick back just to make sure the trap doesn't close fully around us? I mean,
First, I would like to explain. Chris approached me outside.
oh, is he okay?
And he is right as rain. Let me assure you.
Good. All right.
In
Excellent.
in the way that we know Chris to be.
B.
Yes. So so I'm not going to say it all again, but
Yeah.
explains the guy with the German flag with what Chris thought was tools.
Yeah.
nighttime.
And they're operating at night.
Muscular sideburns, which is someone that we have a name for.
Franz.
Franz.
From the
He did the
restaurant.
poisoning at the restaurant.
Restaurant.
So Percy will say that it sounds like Franz, the description of Franz.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we go to this place. Where is it? It's the number 26. If we can go to somewhere else and observe it. So maybe we drive from the northern end of Fosse de Tanner and maybe go into either 19 or 21 and do some reconnaissance.
Yeah.
Because now Percy is thinking with military brain.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Really need to look out and know what we're getting into. I mean, we know it's a trap, but
right.
If we can get information and kind of get the jump on them.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
So you want to come from the you want to come up from the south, down the Fosse?
No, so like from where Place de l'Homme de Fer is on the map.
Iron Man? Is that Iron Man? L'Homme de Fer?
It is literally translated the Man of Iron. Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna come down Iron Man Street and
yeah.
Well,
from
no, from that end of the map. We're heading down Fosse de Tanner.
Yeah.
And I guess whichever of 1921 has the best vantage point.
So maybe get most of the way, come up on foot so we're not so obvious, and sneak into one of those spaces.
I mean, we could even go around that little alleyway.
Yeah, but if they're waiting, that might be
right.
discreet too.
Between 26 and 28?
No.
We're 21 and 23.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere near because we're going to 26.
Right.
So we're not going anywhere near that side of the street because that's where the trap
Not
is.
yet. Yeah,
Not
and
yet.
they're probably be too close by. We need to come up at a distance where we can spot them, but it'll be harder for them to spot us. And he's right, that back alley might be a good way to stay out of line of sight.
Even 23. So I guess we need the GM to make some calls on what we need to do to find the best vantage point.
Yeah, we couldn't take the car down there, I don't think. It's probably wise to walk down there.
I'm thinking we leave the car at about the A of Tanner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Percy will, once they're out of the car, he will instruct Maurice to turn around and be facing towards Place de l'Homme de Fer. In case
Just
they
to be
need
ready.
to make a fuss. Yeah, to get away.
Okay. I would need a dex check from everybody to try to stay sneaky. See how it goes. Wonderful. Okay. Who am I missing? I think I'm just missing Odile.
Rudy.
I thought I did it, but
Not a problem. Okay. You're trying to take every single precaution to not be too noticed. Which is, it comes as a second nature for the military guys. It comes as a habit for Bridgen because you're used to being super tall and trying to, shrivel yourself a little bit to not look as imposing. Odile, however, you've always made efforts to be seen. And that is very counter nature for you. And, as a beautiful Strasbourg socialite, you're turning some heads. But nonetheless, where exactly would you like to be?
I guess so. We're in the alleyway between 21 and 23. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if there's a discrete door into either one of those buildings,
That can be found. Yes, absolutely.
my preference would be for 21, seeing it's directly across the street. But
yeah, 21 can be found. There's not a lot of people in these sites. The ones that are between, from what you can see, between 15 and roughly 27. There's not a lot of activity on them, and not a lot of people. So you can easily find a place to get inside the building and even rise some of the steps if you want to take some height.
Quick look at the spreadsheet. Doesn't look like there's been any problems at number 21. Is that right?
Not that has been reported, no.
Okay.
Well, except from missing tools that have been reported on. Yeah. On the odd numbers for,
Okay.
Yes.
I guess at this point, we go to the. Is there a second floor?
There is, yes. There is no window there. There is like an opening for a window, but the window itself has not been installed yet.
Oh, excellent. We can shoot through it.
That's also not weird for me. I've been in a number of buildings that no longer have windows a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. Indeed you have.
Percy's going to sort of sidle up to the window, not walking directly in front of it at any point, and have a sneaky peek at 26.
In that case, give me a flashlight check.
With pleasure.
The first thing that hits you when you look on the other side of the street...
It's a success.
Indeed. There is no worker there at the moment. The place has been deserted, possibly since the cops have been there very recently. Just the day before, actually. You don't see anybody. You do see, however, shadows that try to stay hidden as much as possible. Would you have been to the ground, you would not have seen them, but having taken a little bit of height, you do not make out the actual look and feel of those people, but you see that there's at least two persons behind a pillar.
This is 2 days after we found the bodies, right?
You currently see two shapes. You do not. These are the only ones you see. You do not know if there is more or less, but what you can see is two shapes.
No, 2 days after we found the bodies.
Oh, you're right. Yes, right. Sorry.
Look, Percy.
To do like the
and
hope like hell that they translate into Austrian army.
Mostly. You'll get a few odd looks until you have to do a couple times till you see it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bridget and Odile have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I'm like...
With a signal that we'll both do 2 that way. Like in a hand signal until they get it.
Percy would have very politely told Odile to stay as far back in the building as possible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm like, and I'm not even near the window. I'm just looking at Percy. Like, you only have one guy out looking when you're doing this stuff, so he's nowhere near an opening. But eventually, if they don't get it, I will quietly whisper in their ear. There's a couple that Percy has spotted a couple people.
As a note, the street is wide enough though that whispering you cannot be heard on the other side of the street. This is a very wide street that has at the very least 15 meters across.
Every precaution.
Yeah. No, you never know. I mean, war would make me assume that there's always somebody you don't expect hanging around. So always quiet.
So Percy's going to go back across the room and say we can either wait or we can send somebody in. I'm inclined to involve the police at this point.
since you're the one who's seen it, Matthias would ask you, are they dug in? Are they someplace where they're cornered, where if the cops came, they couldn't get away?
Well,
Or could they run for it?
Are they in behind that wall that we broke down to find the bodies?
Not directly this one, no. It's a bit further along the site.
Okay, so they're just in the Percy's gonna say, I suspect they're set up to ambush whoever steps in.
So you want to wait for the cops? You don't want to try and draw them out?
These people, how do you say? Oft three other people, seemingly without much of a struggle. We have the upper hand that we know they're waiting for us, which makes me less inclined to go knocking on the door.
Oh, I don't mean all of us, but I'm like, if you have a good position here, you're good with that pistol, no?
I'm still here. This is the only firearm that they give you when you are in a kite. And I ended up on the ground more than once, and I'm still here.
Well, as I said, this is the only thing they give you when you lead men, and they pull out the Rastengasa revolver in my hand. And like, I've had to use it a lot. That's a distance, though. I don't know about I'm just saying, if one of us was took precautions and approached carefully, some of us could use this here to. I'm not even looking. Yeah.
You can see the shadow of a very restless Bridget nearby in your field of view.
I mean, if we could give them a cover, like this trap might not be able to spring. I don't know how brave these people are, but normally, even pot shots were enough to scare away scouts sometimes. They just wanted to press. I don't know about these guys.
What are your thoughts, Bridget?
I was just thinking, if you needed somebody to distract them, I could go make a scene walking up and down the street. If they try to attack me, I can pretty much handle myself. I won't go in, try to get them to come out, or you guys can get a beat on them. If we call the cops, they might make a lot of noise and scare them off.
Well, that would at least give us the advantage. Very, very gallant of you, Bridget, but we must assume that these people know who we are and know what we look like.
Right. That's why I think they would come out. I'm not talking about pretending to be anybody than who I am.
Yeah, if we went and
she's talking about me.
Looking up, like, oh, yeah.
Like, we could call out to Charles, like, Charles, are you in there?
Yeah, exactly. Pretend that we've fallen for it.
That's a little close for. It's true. Do we looking at the site? Is there, if you were to approach it, were there places maybe you could dive for cover if you knew to? Like if somebody popped out with a gun, maybe, or are there easy places to run for cover?
Plenty of places. There's tools and slabs and bricks and tons of crates that she could definitely duck behind if need be.
She's an acrobat. She could handle herself.
But no. But Percy's right. Do we want to start a gunfight in the middle of the street? This project already has issues. I didn't think of that. Good call, man. Good call. I'm sorry. Some habits die hard.
They didn't use guns before.
Sure.
Doesn't mean
they may have. I mean, they may have. So that might be why they didn't get much of a fuss. If the investigators weren't armed and a bunch of armed men show up, they might not have decided. They might have decided to go along with things, not knowing what was going to happen. People are very reluctant to get shot.
I will defer to the group, but I'm willing to.
I'm just trying to think of a better solution.
Yeah.
The only other thing I could think of, Percy, is maybe we do call the cops, but we get into a position where when they run for it, some of us can be there. At the very least, we get a look at them, or we can follow them.
That's if that was much my thinking. walking directly into a trap.
It's a dumb way to spring a trap.
No matter how much we have the upper hand, we can not count on it going to plan.
No, you're right.
I would very much like to rule that out. I'd sooner leave than have Bridget walk across the street asking for Charles.
Yeah.
As brave as that is, Bridget, with respect.
There's valor, but tactics always should win out. Valor's method of last resort, or it should be.
You guys know what my strengths are. You tell me where you think I would be best placed.
Probably to tackle one of them when they run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if I try to sneak into the alley between 28 and 26? Is there like someplace I could hide over there?
There's like plenty. The only thing is that if you want to get into that alley, you're probably going to have to do like a big roundabout the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Or go in front of the 26. Yes, Matthias?
No, I would take the long way.
I was gonna say, from based on where Percy's seen them hide, where would Percy think they most likely would escape from if they had to make a run for it? Because he's the one who's observed and really looked. So I would be what I'm asking Percy, but I figure this is information you would have.
Judging by the location within the construction site, the easiest exit strategy for them would be the Fosse de Tanneur, which is between 24 and 26. They are closer, and there's also more side streets on that side.
What if I try to go over here?
Oh, what if we all tried to go over there? I mean, there's a lot of side streets to cover. If we're all around there, we could kind of see where they're going and hopefully pursue them, or, Bridget can show them the error of their ways up close and personal. It would mean we'd lose eyes on them, but we could call the cops, maneuver around. We have a car ready. We could just go all the way around and up the street.
We could have Maurice park over here and block this. Come on, ping right where I was a second ago.
Whereabouts?
What? Right where I just pinged, but it's not letting me ping again. There we go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We'll have him like facing away, like south, for a quick bit, but blocking the street. Or he could block the street easily.
Percy, does Maurice happen to have a sidearm, or is able to deal with somebody trying to jump in the car? They might take that as an opportunity.
Now we're going to get Maurice's backstory. He's French Foreign Legion, so he, and that's how Percy and him met at some point. Yeah. Maurice can handle himself, yes.
Excellent. I just wanted to make sure because there might be a thing they go to. They might, I don't know, they might try to take a car. I know it's not everyone knows how to drive one of these things, but we can't depend on them not.
So the other thought I had.
Excellent. Yeah.
Maybe Chris would like to earn himself some more money.
Thinking about Chris, but I was like, oh, not Chris.
I mean, do we not want to put him into too much danger, do we?
My thoughts were that perhaps rather along the lines of Bridget's plan, a diversion, but with, the clownish nature of a drunkard.
Who's known to be on these
maybe
streets.
more frustrating to our potential foes than a brawny lady who they know asking for Charles. So maybe he could just make a pest of himself, and that might be enough to spur at least a sighting of them, and then we know potentially what we're dealing with. A lot of ifs.
Yeah,
I know, but no, you're right. They might force their hand if there's more than a couple of them. We'll know. We can't depend on those being the only two we spotted. If there's some people further in that we can't see. Our plans could go badly if we suddenly find ourselves outnumbered in the side street with these assailants.
Yeah.
In this situation, I would not even want to be in that side street. I'd rather observe and then react accordingly. Potentially from right where we are.
And number 21.
I just worried if they went the back way, we'd lose them. I don't like the idea of running through the streets trying to...
We may well lose them, but they will not have seen us. They won't assume that we have any involvement. We won't tip our hand. As far as they're concerned, we just have not shown up.
I like this gambit. We lose very little, and they risk showing their cards more. I can tell you play poker more than occasionally.
As I said, dear boy, I'm still here.
So
let's do. I like this plan.
Running into no man's land. That's what you chaps were known for.
Oh, that's not as bad as the Italians, but still, yeah, more than our share. Anyway.
I guess we can find Chris. He did say he was going for a meal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he was over by He was over by the almost finished place, so we could assume near there.
Yeah, there's lots of places around there too. So
even from your current standpoint, you can definitely not necessarily see him, but you can hear him. He is further down the street. Not that far.
Should we back up and head back and around so they don't spot us?
yeah.
Yes,
Take the long way?
Up and around and down.
Yep.
All right.
Oh wait.
You guys want to stay here, and I can go run
question.
and get Chris? Because
I was like saying, yeah.
fast and
Who's staying? Who's going?
I probably
Somebody-
should just lay low and not move.
somebody should stay and watch. And I'm happy to go
Sit there and look pretty. Good job.
punch.
And I
Give me a few francs to encourage Chris to
No.
like
No.
moss in my pocket.
No. You tell Chris that Percy would like to speak with him,
Mm-hmm.
and make this gesture.
Okay.
I will not be giving you any money.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Bridget, before you go.
She said that's all she needs to know. She's gone.
Okay. I was
She's
going to
following the voice. Nope. I'm good.
All right.
Easy enough to find. You can find Chris just struggling to open a bundle of very recently acquired sauerkraut.
Yeah.
He's looking at you like, I know you. I've seen you, right?
I'm a friend of Percy's.
Damn, you're tall.
Not that tall, I'm just burly.
He's
short, though.
He's very short.
He's like 5'5".
Or maybe I'm seated, I don't know. Percy, you say, is that the guy with the funny accent? Percy, yes, my friend Percy, yes. How is he doing?
He has something he wants to talk to you about.
Well, lead the way, milady.
Bring him back.
That was easy.
It takes a little bit more time.
It's gonna be like,
but
yeah.
no problem. I'm a very quiet person.
Mm-hmm.
He follows you. It takes a little bit more time to get back than to come there.
Right.
He's a little bit slower and not necessarily like the most,
I mean,
discreet. But
she'll fireman carry if she has to.
But you managed to
Not a
get
problem.
him without too much bustle.
Mm-hmm.
You arrive there. Hey, Percy, my friend. Hey.
How are you doing, chap? You look even better than the last time I saw you.
Better by the minute. What's up?
Now, how would you look to earn yourself 100 francs?
I'm sorry, did you say 100?
It's just
Oui, oui.
Like 100.
100.
Oh. Yeah? He seemed to have like almost sobered up instantly. Yeah? So okay.
So these men that we've been speaking about, who are doing all manner of dastardly things up and down the street. We do believe there are two of them across the way, maybe more, that are lying in wait for us. They have tried to lure us in, and you're familiar with the 3 bodies that were found in that very building. What I would like...
Let me interrupt you here. For 100 francs, I don't need the backstory. Just tell me what you want me to do. I do. Easy peasy.
I would like you to do what you do, make as much distraction as you can, and try and interrupt those people with whatever they're doing across the street.
Oh, it's gonna be hard because I'm not a loud person, but for 100 francs, I can do something.
Maybe
he's talking to him, I'll open up the sauerkraut so he can...
Oh, you are an angel from above.
Maybe you pretend to be a street vendor or a street performer or some such.
Let me surprise you.
I'm sure a ruse of this nature is nothing new to you, sir.
He looks around, takes one of his bottles and spills a little bit on his shirt. Yeah, that's good. Can you give me some of the sauerkraut? He takes like a handful of it and just spread it like this. It looked like I puked.
Oh yeah.
It very much looks like.
Yeah.
Well, on I go. And he just gets down the stairs and starts to walk towards the number 26. And you hear across the street and probably all along the street, Chris starts to sing. Der Hans im Schnuckeloch ist alles, was will. And he starts to sing his fucking heart out and to walk towards 26. And he's singing and singing and singing. And as you keep an eye out, for a while nothing happens. But after numerous verses of various dirty Alsatian songs, one shadow separates from the pillar and just comes towards Chris. You can just hear Chris say, "Hey man, how you doing? Have you having a good day?" Yeah, he starts to just make a fool of himself. The guy just grabs him by the coat and just whispers something in his ear that you cannot hear at this distance. But Chris is like, "Hey man, if you don't like music, it's okay. I can perform somewhere else. But you should still hear me because I have a great voice." And he starts to sing again, louder even, until he gets knocked the fuck out. The other guy raises his fist and just knocks him across the face. In one single hit, Chris is on the ground with a split
eyebrow.
Okay, eyebrow. And you can just
Bridget
see.
Looks like she's about to run in.
And you can just see his assailant.
Matthias pulls the pistol out. Like he doesn't do anything. He just has it out. Like he has it ready.
Okay, but
we're observing. That was the plan, to observe.
Hey, if he does anything else, to him, maybe we do something. If he leaves him alone.
This is in a split second.
She's fucking twitchy.
Yeah.
His assailant just.
What's the assailant look like?
He looks small, muscular, sideburns. You hear him under his breath just let out an instinctual Scheiße. He turns around, just like whistle something. Another man comes from behind the pillar, and they both start taking each of them one arm of Chris and starts to drag him across the construction site until they reach a place where you see wooden planks. They just move one and another one aside to reveal a hole, and they just dump Chris within it.
I don't like it.
And this is where we're going to stop for today.
I will say, like, the pistol is out, and I'm just sighting a shot, trying to, like, as soon as I see the pit, I'm just like, I'm trying to, like, weigh how much danger our friend is in, our new friend Chris is in, and how much we lose by revealing our location, and it's just causing him a little bit of choice paralysis. He's trying to weigh all this, but that's where he's at.
Now,
anyway,
before we leave,
while they're distracted, is the time to charge and get closer.
Now, before we leave, here's what you do not see.
We leave.
Okay.
A little bit further down the street, you don't know exactly where. People are digging, removing earth, putting them inside cars that they will empty soon enough.
Inside what, sorry?
Inside
Earth.
carts.
Okay.
Just
Carts.
removing earth that they put inside carts. Soon it will be time to empty them. Soon it will be time to act. They have very little time ahead of them to finish what they started. But yeah, the symbol. They believe in the symbol. It's gonna go great. It's gonna go soon. And this is where we're going to stop for today.
Oh my god. This is
So-
awesome.
My dear friends, thank you for watching episode 3 of The City in Yellow. We will see each other on July 30th, New Zealand time. Same time, same place. But in the meantime, don't worry, there's plenty of content. One of them is actually happening in a little bit more than 3 hours. It's going to be a Gallant Horde game called The Schoolhouse. So you will actually see some of the people in that team today. So yeah, stop by, have fun. Feel free to come by if you want to have more insight on everything that is happening. Feel free to join us, join the Discord and everything. But in the meantime, I will say Salut Pisama. See you soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone.